Yes, I doing a differential on a '07 Nissan Mirano. And how I did have to get it out there, I didn't drop the subframe. Everybody say you gotta drop the subframe and you can't do it on the ground because it's difficult. Fuck, I did it right on the ground. And I didn't drop the subframe to get it out. Yeah, simple. What I did, I pulled the differential in two pieces. I pull it up in the car. So that's what I did. I pulled side, this side right here. This is where the axle. This is where the axle exit. It got like 8 bolts around here. So I pulled it off while it was in the car, and then I pulled this piece off, and then I pulled this piece out, and then I pulled this piece so it gets smaller. So what I did, I just pull it from under the car. Yeah, so I didn't drop the subframe. That's the new one in there. Yeah, I didn't drop the subframe. What I did, I pull it right down. I take it from right down through here. After I move the exhaust from there, I pull it out and take it out right down here. So I pull it up. That's the 8 bolts right there. So after I disconnect it from the transmission, because I disconnect it first, and I take the drive shaft off, to make it easier. Because I couldn't disconnect it from the back right there. But when I was taking it out, I didn't disconnect it from there. But when I putting it back in, what I did, I take the pinion shaft out. So I make the differential smaller. And it's not a complicated differential, because once you pull the pinion shaft out, you can just put it back in and bolt it up. So what I did, I assembled the pinion shaft in the differential in the car. That's what I did, because I take it out so I could have get the differential smaller, so I could have get it inside the car. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I did to get it out, and that's what I did to get it in. But I didn't pull this piece, the front piece off where the axle goes in. I didn't pull that part off. I leave that part on, and I just pull the part where the shaft is. That's what I pull off. And then I just put it up, get it out right here through this huge space right here. This is where the exhaust bolted. So this is where I pull it from after I disconnect it from the transmission, and I pull it apart inside there. I pull them 8 bolts right there, right around here. Got 8 bolts right here. I think they're like 12 millimeters, either 12 or 14. Yeah, this right here. So when I putting back the differential in, I pull these bolts right here, all these bolts around here, and pull the pinion shaft out. That's what I did. And then I put the differential become very small, so you can just put it right in. It's become so small because this ain't on it, so it's minimize the space that it can take to get back in there. And it's quite simple. It's not gonna hurt it. It's not gonna do it nothing, because it's simple. It's just a ring gear and a pinion gear, and it run on some bearings right here. This the pinion that connect to the ring gear right here, and that's it. As you can see, these teats broken. Yeah, the teats are broken on the ring gear. So that's what happened, man. And the pinion gear was damaged too. It's inside of this, but I already stick it back in, but it's damaged. And these were damaged too. So like what I say, you just pull this off, the housing for the differential and where the axle is. And once you pull this off, once you disconnect it from the transmission, it should come out fairly easy, man. You ain't got to drop the subframe. You ain't got to do none of that. But this car looked like it was upstate. So all the stuff are rusted, and, the exhaust board, one of them I did have to cut them off. So now I can cut it off and drill it out and put another bolt inside of it. So this job kind of take me a little bit longer because all the nuts and bolts are, real hard to pull, man. I'd have to use my PV blaster. I gotta spray everything. I couldn't even pull up the exhaust. I'd have to pull it, where I can get it off and just put it to the side. That's what I'd have to do. But it can be done on the ground, and it's, it's the first I'm doing one, but it's not that hard. Yeah, it's not that hard. If you do it one time and you know what the fuck you're doing, you'll get it done. But if you're not a mechanic, I wouldn't attempt doing something like this. I'd rather pay and get it done, man. But this is an $800 job, and it took me like, I don't know, probably about 6-7 hours around there on a Nissan Mirano differential. But they failed, they're weak, man. There's some weak differential, because see, the ring gear is broken. Yeah. And tell the engineers that you ain't gotta fucking do all of that shit to get it out. So now I know how to get it out like real easy, man. So what I gotta do is just, you know, disconnect it in there and just take it out. I ain't gotta drop the subframe, because I was attempt to drop it, and then I said, no, let me pull it apart, because it's not gonna hurt because it's already damaged. So I said, let me pull it apart and see what happened. And then I just pull it apart, you know, and then when I attempt to pull the new one, the new used one that I gonna put in there, I pulled the old one to make sure I wasn't gonna mess up nothing, and then I see it was just a, you know, simple mechanism. It ain't got no spring, nothing in there, you know, the brake or, you know, so that's it.